Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy spoke yesterday at the National Defense University in Washington. His next stop will be Capitol Hill to meet with congressional leaders. President Biden, who will once again sit down with Zelenskyy later in the day, hopes this pressure campaign on Congress will work. The White House says that despite what many see as a stalemate, Ukraine is advancing, but more U.S. funding is needed.
For Ukraine, this is absolutely vital. They've made remarkable progress over the last year in pushing back Russian aggression.
The $110 billion White House aid package includes money for Ukraine, Israel, and helping handle the unprecedented flood of immigrants now at the southern U.S. border.
We should stay here until we get it done.
Democrats and many Republicans back Ukraine, but the GOP will push for more border enforcement.
This is purely designed to apply pressure on Republicans to give up their fight on the border and write another blank check to Ukraine. I'm not doing it. I don't think Republicans should go for it at all.
This is video from moments ago. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy arriving at the White House, being greeted by President Biden. We're set to hear from both leaders as they speak from the Oval Office in just minutes.
Holding Ukraine funding hostage in an attempt to force through an extreme Republican partisan agenda on the border is not how it works. We need real solutions. The United States and Congress must, as I asked last week, it's stunning that we've gotten to this point. You know, we need to fully appreciate how it's wrong, how this is being viewed around the world. We also need Ukraine to make changes to fix the broken immigration system here. We also need Congress to make the changes to fix the broken immigration system here at home.
Let me be frank with you, friends. If there's anyone inspired by unresolved issues on Capitol Hill, is just Putin and his sick clique. They see the dreams come true when they see the delays or some scandals, and they see freedom to fall when the support of freedom fighters go down.
Our meeting's been, I think, very constructive, and I heard very positive voices from both parties, and it was very important that they said that they will support Ukraine.
There are critics who say that you've tried to consolidate power. Headlines that the Orthodox leader in Kyiv under house arrest, that you consolidated Ukraine's TV outlets, that you ruled out holding elections next spring, calling for unity. But then the mayor of Kyiv says that you're turning it into an authoritarian state. How do you deal with that criticism? What do you say to critics who are saying that?
I say such person from government or mayors, think about the war, think about how to defend our people. Don't travel through the world each day. Travel to the front line. Ask people, ask soldiers what they need. Do this. Not build roads for today. Don't do it. Spend all your money to the weapon, to the drones, to the society, to the pensions, and etc. And don't cry, because you are leaders, and that's it. That's why we are, and that's why we stay, because mostly people are not crying. People stay and fight against Putin, and we don't have any enemies in our country. We can't have time for this, and we don't have it. We have only one enemy. This is Putin, and that's it.
But you'll stand from democracy going forward?
Yes, of course, and of course, because we are really defending democracy, and we are really defending freedom.
Are you concerned that if there's no money, Ukraine could lose the war to Russia?
Well, that's always been a big possibility the whole time. I mean, I've never thought they could win to begin with, especially the way we eased into it.
What are the implications that if Russia wins? Are you worried about the implications if Russia wins?
Well, everybody keeps saying they're going to continue to go across Europe. I mean, they can't beat Ukraine on the eastern side. How are they going to continue to go the rest of the way through Europe? I've never believed that scenario. I think it's a good selling point to send more money.
Thank you. Before the press, hey, whoa, hush up a second, okay? I got one more thing to say. I've just signed another $200 million drawdown from the Department of Defense for Ukraine, and that'll be coming quickly. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
President Biden, are you mad at
But remember, the longer they take for Ukraine, more people will die, more women will be raped, more children will be kidnapped, and it'll be all on them. We have to get them to move.
It's very different to say, on top of that funding, we are going to make major changes in law. And that's what Republicans are asking for. They are asking for very severe, very draconian immigration policy changes that they know could not pass if they weren't holding up support for the war against Vladimir Putin.
But isn't that the exact
I just
point?
think that's the difficulty.
Isn't that their exact point?
Well,
This is it's a crisis. I think many people agree what's happening at the border is a crisis. So this is a moment we got to deal with it at home, and then we're going to help Ukraine too.
Yeah, I think we should separate the two.
Give me money, money now. Me a money needing a lot now.